Yeah, I 2-0'd him after he 2-1'd me, so back air of the dream.
Right. I feel like I'm playing all right for me.
Did you make it through?
No, but I didn't get
all right.
every single match.
So Ganon Falcon.
I did.
As I said before, Falcon is really just a really faster Ganon, and Ganon is just a harder hitting Falcon. So both of these players I know are definitely know how to play the character properly. It's just going to be a lot of like spaced hits from Zeta off of his Ganon, and it's just going to be a lot of dash dancing from Mado just to try and bait something out and get Zeta when he's in his end lag, because Ganon has a lot of end lag for some of his moves just to compensate for how hard they fucking hit. Yeah, he's got to rely on the platform up there. Really slick movement from Mado. Dragon Ball Z style. They're both able to make it back to either sides, and they are just going right back at it. There's no resetting to neutral. Mado is on the hunt, and he's ready to kill. Trying to space jabs on shield. The down B into neutral. It's definitely going to start this up. The falling up air. Oh, okay, misses attack. That's not the best. That's not the best. Those can be an easy stock for Zeta. All he's got to do is just get one more strong hit. But what it seems like Mado's doing is running in with shield a lot. And that's definitely going into his favor, but he's not able to get anything out of it. But he's just running circles right now around Zeta. Gentlemen, I'm not sure if Zeta really knows what to do outside of shield for Ganon. So the forward air there does manage to reach underneath the ledge. Close off that stock, but he's still eating a good 62%. But as for Ganon, that's a good 3 hits there, maybe. Okay, nice, good up air. And doesn't fall straight into the knee. He doesn't quite DI in like a lot of people would do. A little bit of a flub there on the down smash, I believe, but I'm not sure. Yeah, good spacing, and he's just crossing over with Nair right now. And beforehand, Zeta just didn't know what to do on shield, and now he's just got even fewer options because he can't grab out of it because Captain Falcon's just crossing up over everything. Okay, just kind of cross up just a little bit in front of him, and Zeta does manage to get the grab on that. Mado's just being very, very safe. He knows what Ganon can do because he's played Ganon a little bit. That was a nice little ledge guard there. Just grabs the ledge just before he does. But it's something that he's got to be very wary about. Okay. Yep. You see, what a lot of aggressive Ganons would do, I guess, would be to go for a down air there. Oh, nice, good tech. He was ready for it. Doesn't quite catch him, but Zeta manages to clip him with the hit of up B. What's different in Melee from this game is that Ganon actually has a small hitbox on his up B right at the end of it. Once the grab box goes away, he's got a small hitbox for a few frames, and that's just to ensure safety when he's recovering on ledge. Catches quite a few players off guard. So Zeta's catching a few jumps and goes down there with a falling up air, which was really, really well executed and takes him out. Unfortunately, he just keeps rolling, and Mado kind of learned about that. Gets the nice sweet spot knee, and now we're at 1 stock each, just resetting it to neutral. Mado going in with neutrals, using a lot of the speed that Captain Falcon has just to outpace Ganon here, just to keep him on his toes. He's got to be very careful not to mess up any of his aerials, because if he does, 3 hits of Captain Falcon's can be 1 hit of Ganon's, which is just unruly. That up air doing extremely well, spacing it. Goes for the knee, but Zeta manages to roll out really, really quickly. He's got to be very, very careful here, because anything... Oh, there we go, and that's it. That's very, very good up air to a fast fall into a knee. Very well executed there. Yeah, okay, so now Mado's thinking about trying to show a little bit of his Ganon. Trying to see, who hits harder, but he does end up going with the Captain Falcon. I think that is for the better. I think that definitely is for the better. He was definitely... I think Zeta was having a lot of issues trying to keep up with Captain Falcon's pace there. The crossovers on shield with Nair were really, really safe, and I don't think Zeta was really able to do anything out of it. I don't think Ganon really has any very good out of shield options other than his grab. So if Captain Falcon just keeps crossing up, it's going to cause a lot of troubles for the Ganon player. Banning some of the smaller stages, that's a very, very good choice because Ganon's forward air has a very high knockback and does a lot of damage. And Ganon is definitely regarded as one of the stronger and hardest hitting characters in this game. So by banning the smaller stages, he gives himself a lot more time to survive. So they go down to Battlefield, and I can definitely see why they wanted to why Zeta would want to pick this. This gives Zeta a lot of movement with the platforms. Ganon's got a very, very nice waveline animation. And it just gives him a lot of opportunity. It gives him a lot of the movement that he doesn't really have based off of his run animation. I think that was a forward tilt into an F smash, which managed to pop him up, and he finishes it off with a well done forward air. But so now Mado's got to be on a little bit on the aggressive now because he's a bit behind. Nice little spacing on the knee, catches him just before. Unfortunately, manages to get clipped by the grab box of Ganon's up B. He's doing well, gets a little grab. Okay, that was a very, very good tech roll, but unfortunately, tech read, but unfortunately it wasn't in the right direction. But he manages to finish it off with a nice little forward smash. Okay, there we go. I like what he's doing. I do like the space that he's giving Ganon, because that is something that a lot of people do not do, is that they will just straight up go aggressive against Ganon, and that sometimes will not lead to a very good thing. But he seems to have the up air doing very, very well. That could have been very bad for Ganon. A little bit overextending. That's one of the things you want to worry about when you're playing the Captain Falcon against the Ganon. Is that if you overextend like that, you might just end up losing to it. But a nice little, nice grabbing ledge. Just getting that, and he's already ahead in percent. This is what Ganon thrives off of, and this is what Ganon can do very, very well. Is that he just needs those few hits to even up the percent, or just to get that much more ahead. It's very, very daunting playing against Ganon because you feel like every time that you trade, it wasn't necessarily a trade. You were typically the one who was losing it because of the damage that you take and because of the knockback that you have off of those kind of things. Ganon can end you off in give or take 4 hits, whereas Captain Falcon, I mean, yeah, okay, arguably, a good amount of knees can definitely send someone flying, but Ganon just has so many more options as opposed to that. There we go, so give him a little bit of a taste of his own medicine, grabbing that ledge right as he's trying to recover there. So now Mado's got to be very careful. Slightest wrong movement could mean fatality for this stock right now. And yeah, that's not looking too nice. I think he got caught on his jump with the up air and managed to get knocked out. Nice little down air there. Catches him just slightly with that Raptor boost. Rather surprising. So Ganon does get the grab. Unfortunately, he doesn't quite get the F tilt. So that's what I mean about the trading part. Is that even when you trade, you still don't feel like you've actually won the trade. Or you don't feel like it's a very even trade just because of the fact that Ganon just gets so much more out of it. He gets an excellent positioning because he's most likely still on stage from it. And he also just gets that much more percent off of you. They were just having a little meet up there for the about Smash 4. Zeta's needed over there. So Mado's pulling out Roy. I haven't seen this one, and I want to. It's tough. I thought he was doing very well with the Falcon. His movement is very, very crisp with it, and he's doing extremely well with it. But I think it was because of the platforms, because of the low amount of running area on Battlefield. So he's got to be very, very careful. So I guess this is kind of like starting on a completely new slate, and I really have no idea what I'm ready to expect about this. I've never seen his Roy before, so I can't wait to see it. I've seen a lot of Roy's play. He's just got to be very, very careful. Yep, and FD is FD. That's it's not looking too bright right now, but he's just gotta keep strong. Rolling a little bit. He's going in for dash attacks and then he's rolling after stuff like that. So I'm not sure if that's exactly the best thing that you should be doing. Gets the grab, which is nice. That right there. 40%. 40%. That was some rather subpar DI off of Zeta, but the falling up air does manage to clip right underneath the ledge. So that is very good. Very good for ledge guarding, especially people that recover low rather than high. Definitely, it puts in a lot of work. So he's just got to watch out there. Spacing the forward smash as well. He's wave dashing back rather than the small rolls that I was seeing earlier on, which is very, very nice. But he does seem to be spacing the forward. Okay, there we go, just like that. I'm a little disappointed that that was a roll, because he probably could have gotten something a little bit meatier off of it if it was a wave dash, because he would have been able to act out of it a little bit sooner. But unfortunately, that's just what seems to have been happening. Going for the hard read on the counter there. A little unfortunate that it didn't quite come out the way that he wanted it to, and he ended up getting punished for it. Especially when it comes to Ganon. The way the Roy's counter works in this game is that it's a 1.5 multiplier, so that means that any damage that you take, it's multiplied by that 1.5 there. Okay, he does get the tech. Very, very good. He seems to be very prominent in doing that, which is just that much better for him. And that forward smash does manage to reach underneath the ledge and clip Ganon just before he's able to grab it. So right now, just dash dancing around. I think that's one of the things that he's got to do as well. Roy's dash dance, much like Marth's in this game, is very, very strong. And he does the same thing with Captain Falcon all the time. He just spaces his dash dances really, really well. And I think that's what he has to do. He has got to make sure, force Ganon to approach, force him to do something unsafe, and then grab him for it. Just dash dance, and then try and punish him off of something. But this definitely is looking a lot better for him right now. It was really, really grim within the first few seconds of the game. But now he's definitely started to come back. He's almost coming very, very close to tying up the percent. I mean, I guess very close is an exaggeration. But he's getting there. And this is a very bad position, because we see how this goes for Zeta. Exactly. That forward smash. He's got to go a little bit lower, and he's got to try and sweet spot it so that Ganon's model doesn't quite go up across the ledge. So that Roy can, doesn't have to, so that Roy has to do some other option other than forward smash. And that's going to clip him underneath it there.
I think you should be pulling out that forward tilt a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, forward tilt can definitely reach on the ledge a lot more than forward smash. But what I really like, again, I've always been complimenting Mado here on his wavelands from like off stage. I just find that absolutely phenomenal. That's something that I personally just never really think of doing. When I'm falling straight for a ledge, I'll just go and I'll just come down and I'll down air or something, or I'll throw out an option. I will never just sit there and waveland, which is something that I definitely think that I should probably start implementing in my kit. But back air just managed to get that, and we're at that point there, and that forward smash is going to finish off